So these are the new template and stencils by Threaders. Fantastic for all of your different variations of stitching. For instance, perfect for quilting, applique, reverse applique, embroidery, paper piecing and inking. So this pack we've got different designs. We've got the 3 different flower shapes and the 3 different teardrop shapes or leaf shapes. If we go to the next pack, we have the clamshell shape and further leaf shapes and sizes. We go to the next pack and we have circles in 3 different sizes and ovals, notoriously difficult to recreate. And in the 4th pack we have hearts and diamonds, absolutely beautiful. So you can see in this pack, when you look at this little corner here, you can see these shapes here are perfect for quilting, for patchwork. Whereas the heart shape is perfect for reverse applique and ordinary applique, for instance. If I was to open this up and show you the inside, in fact, let's just have a quick look at the back. So this shows you little pictures here, and I'll go through these projects one by one in a second. It shows you pictures here on what you could achieve, and you know, there's so much more. So if I open up the pack and bring this template out, let's just move these to one side. So this is what you're getting. In actual fact, these little templates will all come out. There's just little pips that hold them in. So you can see straight away that you've got this beautiful 3-inch heart template, which of course you can draw around, cut out, use as applique, use as reverse applique. How beautiful is that? But also you've got the stencil, which you could use on your paper projects if you wish. You could use it also for drawing around, cutting through for your reverse applique again. You could also use for embroidery. So many different shapes to use. And even if we take this little tiny diamond out, 1.5 inches, look how useful that is. That again you could make as a harlequin design on a piece of fabric. You could use your fabric inks. So let's have a look at the examples in a little bit more detail. So looking at the diamond straight away, we have this gorgeous patchwork design. Now of course that could be part of a block, that could be in the centre of a block. It could be just a piece of applique once you've quilted it to put on a handbag. So then we have a look at the applique, and again we can use our satin stitch on, like this example has satin stitch, or you could just use a free motion embroidery technique, but either which way it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. And then when we look at this as a reverse applique, or you could use this, the template to actually gather your oval up on the back, do your little stitching and then iron it in place. Really easy to do, and we'll show you all these gorgeous techniques once we go to air. Again, we can do our English paper piecing. Look, the beautiful clamshell design. How easy is that going to be when you've got these templates and stencils? And then the embroidery, we touched on embroidery. And again, look, we've used the different size of circles to create our lines to then be able to get the perfect circle embroidery. And believe me, that is very difficult to achieve without. So for instance, we could just take our design, use an erasable pen, just draw inside our template, and we can either use that for hand embroidery, machine embroidery. We could also do a 1/4 inch seam allowance around the outside and do needle turn applique. How exciting is that? So there's lots of possibilities. Think about if you're using your fabric inks, we've seen those just recently, and taking your fabric inks and actually using this as a stencil. And by applying your inks, you probably take this down. You could actually create or recreate that heart design onto your fabrics using your inks. There you go. Now you could actually do free motion embroidery in that to even make that even more beautiful. The same again you can with the diamond shape. Think about the possibilities. And all you would need to do is just line that up again. You can see through the stencil, you can see where you've been. How about that? So we're using fabric ink. So this is going to be washable once it's heat set. Think of all the possibilities with all the different shapes in these templates and stencils. And I've only picked out 2. So if you think about it, we can do machine embroidery, hand embroidery, we can do applique, reverse applique. This could be the window that we're cutting out, or we could actually cut that out and apply that to something else. But we're also now creating our own fabric, our own designs. Think of all the possibilities, all the different designs, all the different colourways that you can use with your fabric inks and these wonderful stencils. Think about all the quilting projects you might be doing. So just even with that little diamond shape, you could pop those pieces together, create a piece of patchwork, and then applique that onto a block. How beautiful would that be? So now the possibilities are endless. Your creativity is going to go off the Richter scale with ideas and inspiration.